It is very early to have somebody in here, but Ted Sloan, the director of Elf the Musical, that's going to be showing at the North Peace Cultural Center starting this Friday, joins us.
Starting. Hey! Yeah, sorry. Hey. Every time someone says Friday, I go, that's coming fast. Yeah. It's almost Friday.
It really is. I mean, I know you guys have been working pretty darn hard on this, and it's kind of like we nicely refer to it as Hell Week, where you're kind of doing all the technical rehearsals and dress rehearsals. How's that going? I'm sure everybody's really excited to get going on this, eh?
They are. They really are. So it's funny that you say that, because we had to come in and everyone's like, is this week? For those of you who have never been in theater, essentially you move in on Sunday, and then you get everything ready, and you teach your technical team in 3 hours what the cast has learned in 3 months. So all my students were pretty stressed on Monday. We had a good chat, but it's going really well. We have lots of effects and things, and yesterday was a really good rehearsal. And the kids, it's been an insane just to watch them. There's about 90 kids involved with the musicals. Yeah, we have 40 kids on stage, 40 kids backstage, and about 10 in the band or so. So they're doing so much, and they are just troopers. And the show's really fun. We were like, hey, this is a live theater show. It is Elf the movie, but with music. So we built in lots of fun Christmas stuff that makes you smile. And the kids are stressed, but they're dealing with it really well, and they're really having fun. So the audience can have fun.
I mean, I got to say, that's pretty incredible. I didn't realize that really the only adult presence, if we can use that term, is you, the director, the musical director, and like there was maybe a choreographer for dance numbers, right?
Exactly.
Otherwise, the show on the night of will be entirely the students in the musical theater program at North Peace Secondary School, correct?
Yeah, and that's been the fun part this week is my job is I get to, basically we map it out so the kids know what to do. And then Dave Price, the musical director, he will conduct it. But the kids are really good at they're driving now, essentially. They have their driver's licenses, which is a fun thing. And then they get to go, and they are really neat. That's been so cool, because I've handed some jobs off to kids being like, hey, you got to make it snow. And the kids are like, this is how we do that. And they really made it work. So they've taken the level. I've put it here, and I know this is radio, so I put it above my head, and I was like, you got to hit here. And then the kids have jumped past like a story above. They've been so good.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it.
So, okay, as someone who did musical theater in high school for a little bit, how do you feel like this has made your students grow? Like, have you seen that in real time?
Yeah, that's a great question and a great answer with the real time, because both of them, like with my musical theater kids themselves, we rehearsed for 3 months, and just to watch them go from their auditions, and their auditions were wonderful. If you're the awake and listening kids, they were great. And they were small, and they were just nailing it. And then we get into the theater, and I'm like, okay, you need to do your mic check. And they are just blowing the volume, because they've got that confidence, and they're starting to see it as well. And that's neat, because they're believing in themselves. So that I got to see. And my stagecraft kids, they're fun because, again, they don't do anything. Well, they build behind the sets, and then they get 2 hours to work with the actors on transitions and things. So to watch their eyes get as big as dinner plates on Sunday, and then yesterday they were like, we got this. So that has been really wonderful to see too. So they have definitely grown.
Awesome. Well, Ted, I think Elf, obviously based on a modern Christmas classic, the movie starring Will Ferrell. But for people who don't know the story and maybe don't know the story of the musical, because I imagine there's a few different things going on, tell us a bit about what's going to happen and what we can expect.
So we set the scene on Santa. Santa, basically the story is about Buddy the elf, who he is raised in the North Pole. He thinks he's an elf. Very early on, he learns he's actually human, and his real dad lives in New York. So he goes from the North Pole all the way to New York. And in New York, he runs into his dad, and his dad is on the naughty list. His dad is a famous children's publisher who really doesn't like Christmas. And then so from there, he gets put into Macy's because they don't know what to do with him. So he goes to Macy's Christmas Town, and he fixes that kind of. He falls in love with someone named Jovi, and then it's the story of how does he help the family believe in Christmas, and how does he help Jovi believe in Christmas? And in turn, it's beautiful because they actually help him believe in himself. So it's really a Christmas story.
I know there's a famous line that we've been shouting around the office.
Yes.
Just out of curiosity, is that part in the show? Does somebody yell, Santa?
I know him! That's a very big part.
Excellent. All right, Ted. Well, tell us where we can get tickets, and you've got a lot of shows, so there's quite a bit of opportunity to be able to see this over the holidays. Eh?
There is. We're really lucky that way. Big thank you to the Cultural Center team for helping us out. So we open on Friday. We open Friday, and we go on Saturday, and then we're also Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week. And shows are at 7 because we know that, sometimes we want families to come. We don't want to go too late. The show's about 2.5 hours. But you can get tickets at the Cultural Center at npcc.bc.ca or by calling them 250-785-1992. $20 for adults, $15 for students, and if you are a senior or a child under the age of 12, tickets are $10.
Okay. And you'd say this is... everyone in the family could enjoy this musical.
Everybody can enjoy this. Yeah, we really wanted to pick a family-friendly show.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Well, again, as Ted said, you can check out the North Peace Cultural Center website for more information and order tickets online there and go see this wonderful musical. It's definitely worth your time. Ted, thanks for coming here so early in the morning on the coldest day of the year so far.
Thanks, guys. This has been fun.
Driving Force, Fort St. John.